I haven't enjoyed a game this much since Elden Ring, but is Hogwarts Legacy Game of the Year material? Welcome to Busy Dad Gaming, the place for busy dads in all things gaming. I was cautiously optimistic when it came to Hogwarts Legacy. I have watched the Harry Potter movies, but I wouldn't say I was the biggest fan of them, and I haven't read any of the books or watched any of the newer movies. I would say my knowledge of the universe is very limited, and I'm also going to avoid all the drama outside of the game and just look at the game itself. So, is it really that good? Now, to start answering that question, I'm going to dive into the graphics first, and the graphics in this game look fantastic, and the art style really does fit with the universe they built here. Now, on PC, I cranked up the graphics all the way to ultra, enabled ray tracing across all the options, and it did look great. But before the day one patch, I did run into quite a few performance issues like hitching, pop-in, stuttering, and things of that nature. After the day one patch, performance infinitely got better. I didn't notice any of those things for the most part. There was still pop-in from time to time, but I didn't notice anything major like I did before, like an NPC popping up right in front of me as I was running down the street. The spell casting is awesome in this game, and the particle effects look fantastic, especially with all the different kind of particle effects that you see with the different spells that you're casting. It really does bring things to life in a better way. Overall, the graphics looked fantastic in this game, and it really did immerse me in the game, and that brings me to the story. To avoid spoilers, but you're essentially a fifth-year student being admitted into Hogwarts, and things go really wrong very fast. A dragon attacks you, a goblin attacks you, and there's mysterious forces trying to take something from you. What that something is, you'll just have to play the story to find out. But my biggest complaint with Elden Ring was the story. I didn't want to watch or read hours of lore videos to find out what was going on in Elden Ring, although I did eventually, and I really did enjoy learning my time about that world. But in Hogwarts Legacy, I feel that the story here is good, but that it also adds side quests to really flesh things out and flesh out other characters. So you have the main story, but you have these side quests too, which really was reminiscent of The Witcher 3 on some of those side quests, where it added to the main storyline and just fleshed things out, but it wasn't necessary. And that brings me to, is this game actually fun? And I'm about 8-ish hours in, so I haven't hit Elden Ring levels of like 200 hours yet, but it's not nearly as hard as Elden Ring, or from any software game for that matter, but it is fun and definitely in its own way. The magic is fun to use, which is obviously a huge part of this game, but you have a lot more than just the fighting with the magic. You also have a lot of exploration, you have a lot of story beats, you have a lot of different things that really add to the open world, and the defensive and the offensive options are fun when it comes to the different ways you can approach different scenarios. Generally speaking, Hogwarts, when you're there, it is pretty confusing as there are a ton of areas, and I pretty much just let the magic waypoint finder thing guide me the entire way because I'm pretty much consistently confused at this point. Maybe that'll get better over time, but for the most part, I just let the magic waypoint finder thing guide me along. Now, there are a ton of quests to do in this game, both the main story and the side quests, and for the most part, a lot of the side quests are fun. There are some that are just like, man, I'll just skip through the dialogue just to hurry up and get through it, but for the most part, I'm really enjoying my time with this game, but only time will tell if that fun will continue like 200 plus hours into the game. Which brings me to, should you get this? And me personally, I would say yes if you're into this type of game. Now, if you're a Harry Potter fan, you're probably already going to get it, so this isn't for you. But for everyone else, I would encourage you to at least try this game out. It is a lot of fun so far. Just like recently with Dead Space Remake, I really had a lot of fun with that game, and I would happily pay full price for that. And for Hogwarts Legacy, I would happily pay full price for this particular game as well. I really am enjoying it that much, and that would be my recommendation. If you're unsure about Hogwarts Legacy and you want to see more gameplay, make sure to check out my live stream where I walked around the open world and shared my thoughts as I went through the game, and I'll see you over there.